what's up guys? This is Tyssassin and welcome back to another episode. It is episode 10 and I'm super excited. It's episode 10. I hope you're as stoked as I am, and yeah, welcome back. We made it, episode 10. It's pretty exciting, right? Yeah, last time we did a lot of stuff actually. We went and hung out with some cool villagers that I located and upgraded all of our gear to a point that is ridiculous. And we also worked on some redstone for a mob farm back at the base, which is super close by. I was just moseying around and I stumbled upon a cave that's right near my base that I didn't light up yet. And yeah, it wasn't very big, but it's super close to my base. What the heck? So, or I think more importantly, it's super close to the mob farm, which is right here. Yeah. In between episodes, we've done a lot. Actually, I did just a ton. I enjoyed a wee bit of mending with my new gear, and I traded for some emeralds. Took all that rotten flesh that I've been acquiring and got rid of it, which was a delight. And let me get out of here. Yeah, I traded about 3 boxes of rotten flesh away to that villager, and then yeah, I went and visited our little mending friend over at the desert village that I located. Got some more mending books, and then actually hooked up all our gear with some mending. Pretty much everything I need is there. I got my axe mended, and I got all of our elytra all set up with some mending as well. And then I was working on a little bit of prep for this episode. So I went down to the bottom of the ocean and got myself some gravel. Whole shulker box of gravel. And then from there I went ahead and got a whole shulker box of sand, because we're going to need that here soon too. And yeah, I've also made some major changes to the mob farm. You might notice if you've been watching the episodes, it is a little bit bigger, and there's a reason for that, and I'll explain that here in just a minute. I also tore up some redstone underneath the mob farm, and actually even the redstone over here has changed. And yeah, lots going on here in the world. I haven't made much cosmetic changes. I want to, of course, leave those for the episodes, but I'll show you around real quick. Seems like a reasonable place to light up, doesn't it? Do these things spawn mobs? That's a good question. Anyways, let's go down to the base and I'll tell you what we're doing today. So first of all, we've got a project to finish. As you know, the mob farm has been a big part of the episodes recently. And yeah, you can see down here it looks a lot bigger. And yeah, we need to finish this room. And I've got a cool plan. I think it's pretty sweet, and I think you're gonna like it, and I'm pretty excited to do it. So yeah, we're gonna make this room awesome and weird, sort of, and yeah, it's gonna be good. And I'll explain to you what is going on as we go. So let me show you really quickly what we've done with the mob farm. So first of all, I've added 3 blocks of wiggle room from the edge to here. So there's a total of 6 blocks now, and that's to hopefully improve chances of spawning mobs. And the other thing that I've done, I'm gonna go ahead and I did rehook up my redstone. So if you don't know, one of those goes all the way up and controls the hopper clock, and the other one controls the minecarts that roll around underneath there. So if we head down here, you'll see I'll land right on some track, which this ladder did not used to go to. But yeah, down here, the mob farm looks much different than it used to. That is super entertaining. So same redstone splitter thing that I was talking about, and yeah, the minecarts now have no turns or anything like that. They just go back and forth, and that's it. There's a lot more of them because the farm's a lot bigger, and yeah, there's a whole bunch of unloading stations. You can see those unload here. They go back over there to a dropper elevator, and yeah, that goes into our main base room, if I can get it up here. So I've already hooked up the elevators in preparation for this episode, and if we head right up here, you will see, hopefully very soon, that there'll be some items coming up here. Question mark? Anyways, we'll check that out in a second. Hopefully this thing will spawn some mobs so we can get you some drops. But yeah, so this is all set. This is going to probably be final version of this mob farm. The only thing that's really left to do to improve it is to light up even more caves, which I've done a bit of, and I'll need to do some more. So yeah, that's that's good. I think this is set up pretty well. I had to move there's actually an item a redstone torch tower going up there, and had to move the redstone back a couple blocks because this came back, and yeah, lots of stuff changed here. So pretty big little project in between episodes, but I didn't want to do anything that we'd already done. I didn't want you to see the same thing. I want you to see new things, and that's why I got all this stuff over here, and apparently a bow, which yeah, I'm super stoked about. Anyways, so let's work on this room, shall we? I've got a lot of stuff. I have some chicken. Let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4 of those and 4 of those. And we're going to go craft ourselves some concrete, specifically white concrete. Crafting menu. Boom. So now we have lots of white concrete, and we're going to utilize this in this room. And yeah, it's going to be pretty sweet. It's not going to be this, though. That's right. I have to go up there, find some water, or make myself some water, and then, yeah, convert it all. Which is going to take a while, because I have 8 stacks. And it's probably not going to be enough, and, yeah, there's some items over there for you. How about that? Yep. It helps when you're within range of the mob farm. So, yeah, water. Boom, 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 pop, bang, boom, bang, boom, pop, boo. Well, you're probably wondering, Ty, what is the next step? Well, viewer, I'm glad you asked. The next step is, well, making sure that I have 8 stacks of concrete in my inventory, which I do. Oh, wouldn't that suck? All right, and yeah, the next step is to lay down some serious blocks. And I think at some point I might lose you in this process, and I want to tell you to bear with me, because we're making something a little unusual. I put some glass over this because this is a really convenient way to get out, except for there's like a cave right there, and you get stuck on it, and then you fall, and yeah. So what are we going to do here? So let me lay down some blocks here, and I will tell you. By the way, concrete doesn't get any more hard in the water if you put it in there twice, just an FYI. So in case you're wondering if maybe you double put it in the water twice, no, it doesn't get any better. So we're going to make a secret lab. I don't know how secret it will be, but it will be a lab. And I'm going for some sort of kind of ominous, like, weird government facility. You know, they're doing testing on, I'm going to run out of concrete really fast. You know, testing on the mobs. And so we're gonna have kind of a very clean, you know, white, you know, science lab kind of thing going on. And there's going to be some cool stuff going on in here. I have some plans on how we're going to make this place come alive in a both living and undead way. Yes, I said it. Yes. So first things first, wow, this white concrete is going so fast. So we're going to lay down this white concrete as the floor. And we're not going to do a ton to the floor. You know, I'm thinking of like a hospital or, you know, a science lab or something like that. You know, they would have, like, it'd be bright and white and clean, and every surface has been sanitized and, you know, that kind of stuff, right? So this is kind of what we're thinking, right? If we get all this white, and yeah, I'll go ahead and let's take out the torches because it's ruining the aesthetic. And hopefully we won't spawn any mobs in the meantime. We are going to need some torch action in here. So yeah, we're going to go with this white. And there's going to be probably a lot of white going on in this build. And a little bit of color here and there. So this is starting to come together a little bit. So from there, we're going to make an area where obviously you have your controls. And I'm going to make that into kind of like a table. I will show you what that looks like. And then of course we're going to need some storage in this room. I think I mentioned before, probably a long time ago in the series that I don't mind having some storage in different locations. It doesn't all have to be in the same place. Like, I don't want to spend all my time while playing Minecraft in the same room, which big giant storage rooms tend to do. I like big giant storage rooms, don't get me wrong, but I don't mind having like, mob drops in one place and, concrete, or not concrete, cobblestone another place. It's not a big deal. So that's kind of what we're going to do here at the base. We're not going to spend all our time in one giant thing that has, all the chests and it does all the things and all that. So this room will be storing the drops from this thing, which you can see is working quite a bit better. So yeah, we got the floor down, and next we're going to work on a little table. And yeah, I want to actually work on this is a problem that we're gonna pretend that doesn't exist right now. I mentioned earlier that I got a whole shulker box of sand, and I lied. I got a shulker box plus a whole inventory of sand and smelted a lot of it. And now I have the fun task of putting in a window, because this room is really like a viewing room to the mob farm, right? So what we're gonna want to do is put together. I actually don't want that there. We're going to put together a nice window to see it all through, and we're going to prevent these jerks from crawling into my room. So my room. Get out of here. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. And yeah, Optifine and connected textures is doing something cool. You see this line right here? It actually disappears when you get head on it, and it's kind of interesting when you're walking through how it clears itself up, and then it like closes itself back off as if it was like bars or something. So yeah, we're good here. I cut a big hole in here, and actually I might even make this a bit bigger. I've got a little plan that we're going to do right here. So we're going to have a table, or like a desk, a control station, and hopefully, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, that won't power those. And then we're going to not do that. We're going to put some quartz stairs around this, like so. And there we go. And then we'll take out the torch, and we've got ourselves an interesting table. Or at least I think it's fairly interesting. Something a little unusual, right? And then we're going to have ourselves a screen, or at least that's the idea of what this is going to be. So, you're in the government lab, right? And, like CSI or something, and you've got yourself one of these, holographic screens that you can, see through, but yet has like writing on it. That's kind of what we're going for here. And yeah, maybe I think I'm going to have to make it a different color. So I'll work with that in just a second. But what I also want to do is actually attach some of these to it, as if it's a stand or something for the screen. Yeah, that looks good. So we're gonna do one of these, and then I'll have to grab some dye so that we can make this maybe a blue or a green or something like that. Now I don't want this to connect here, right? That's an issue. So I'm gonna have to play with how I do this back here. I might do one of these, and will that connect? Yeah, it will. So yeah, we'll have to kind of keep it a little less connected back here, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. So that gives us this viewing area that we'll get to watch the mobs fall, and maybe it's maybe it shows us some sort of statistics of the different mobs as they fall down. That looks pretty cool. Especially when skeletons fall right when you do it. So let me go find some dye. I think we're going to go with maybe some lime-colored glass. Yes, this was the right choice. Yeah. Yeah, this is why you should always be willing to change something in Minecraft. Kind of like I was willing to completely redo this mob farm. It didn't work, so we redid it. I might make this one shorter as well. Let's give that a try. Just because I would like it to be a wide screen, right? But I don't necessarily need it to be a tall screen. Yeah, that looks good. What would it look like if we took the iron bars in one block? Would that look good? So we're just gonna give that a try. iron bars and see. Yeah, I think that's even a better idea. So let's make that adjustment real quick. I've also put in the stairs. All right, so now we have our control area with our screen. Yeah, I might have to change that back. I put in our stairs here, and kind of what the idea is that I kind of want this area here. I've got some torches right now, but if we take these out, this stairway should be fairly dark, right? And it'll lead into a bright area and then a dark area past it. So I think it looks kind of cool. So what we're going to do next is a bit risky, and I have a plan. That doesn't mean it's going to go well, but I have a plan. We are going to trap some mobs here on either side. I kind of like how that feels. Maybe we do move it back one. So I want to trap a few mobs on either side. And I'm going to actually change the color of the bases of this concrete. But we got 2 blocks from, yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of fun with some mobs today. And we're going to see how that works out, because that's never fun. But I'm thinking we'll get like a zombie, a baby zombie, a skeleton, a creeper, and, you know, a couple other mobs. If I could somehow get a hold of a mob that was riding a chicken, that would be cool. For now, what we're going to do is we're going to break into our room over here. And we're going to cause ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is the edge, right? So we're going to build a bit of a platform, and we're going to capture some mobs on this platform. And I'm going to use a little bit of a trick from modded Minecraft. If you're a modded Minecraft player, then you may know what I'm about to do. But basically, I'm going to make it so that these mobs are going to want to pathfind to me, and it won't be possible because there's going to be a hole right there. And yeah, these guys can't jump, so we'll be able to get ourselves on the other side here and take care of any mobs that we don't want, right? And then add a block and lure the other ones. So I have a little bit of prep work to do, and of course I'm going to need to turn our farm back on so some mobs land in this area. I'm going to go grab my bow and some pistons and some other magic, and I'll be right back. All right, we are prepared. This is one of those times where, you know, you're wondering, should you really do this? So there's a piston down there, just a regular piston with a green block. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a lever, which I have right here. And basically, I'm going to hopefully lure a creeper. That's right. We're going to try a creeper first into this corner. And they're going to hopefully eventually stand on this block. I will flip this lever and they will be stuck. Yes, trapped in this black glass. They didn't even see it coming. And so, yeah, that's the idea. Let's see if it works in practice. So I'll turn on the mob farm and back up for a minute until we get ourselves a creeper. I've got a name tag, test subject 001, and a bow. And yeah, let's see what we can get. Oh, there's a creeper right there. This is perfect. It couldn't be more perfect. Land on my platform. Oh. Oh, we got one. We got one. All right, so yeah, we're ready. I went ahead and started working on the walls because we're going to, of course, convert those as well. But we have a bigger priority. So let's see if we can't do this. Okay, here we go. We're just going to place a block right there. We're going to get his attention, and run over here. Right here, right here, right here. Oh. It worked. It worked. There we go. And now we just have to close him in so that he doesn't explode. He doesn't appear to be able to see us right now, but I'm sure if we get close enough, he will die. Yep. We've captured the creeper. So our first test subject for the lab is in. Oh man, that's awesome. Let's turn this off for a second. Okay, so here it is, test subject 001. And yeah, he's here forever now. And I think, yeah, it's time for a few more. Oh, I am so excited that we got that done. That was a real challenge. It went really well. I had a little creeper explosion. You know, it's this funny thing when you light up the whole world and then you leave a dark spot, you know, things spawn there. So I've been working on some things. It's actually the next day in real life, and yeah, I got all these guys in. These guys are going to change this this setup. I'll show you that probably at the end of the episode. I've got a better design. I was playing around with it as I went, as you can see, and yeah, I'm scrapping all this. We're going to have to move some mobs while they're inside of here, and that's going to be fun. So, but I started working on the chests for our storage, and yeah, there's going to be a lot of chests on both sides. And we will be splitting the items because we have 2 item elevators. And I've actually already gone ahead and put together a path for our items. So if we head up here, this is where our items are going to pop out. And we're actually going to go back a block so that our water can start pushing them this way and then this way and down here where they'll land on a hopper. And then that hopper will, and actually the hopper will be up here somewhere, but they're going to land on a hopper and they're going to start going across, and they'll be filtered out to different chests. So we're not going to filter every item, but we will be filtering most items. So for example, we'll filter bones, but we're not going to filter sugar. So that's going to end up in a chest at the end that sort of has a mishmash of items. So yeah, I'll have to build these up here and get them ready to go. But right now, what I'd like to do is work on these chests. I've got quite a few in my inventory. I've also taken a trip to the Nether because our redesign of these cells is going to need some quartz. So I'm going to work on getting all these chests in, and I'll be back with you shortly. All right, we're making progress now. We've got our item elevators in. I've got a little path to get up here because I need to do our water streams as well. So I've already put in the packed ice, and I've worked on the hoppers. So there's the hopper. It's going to drop into an item filter, little item chain or hopper chain there. So let me show you what else I've done here. I've got the chests in. So big wall of chests. I haven't done the hoppers over here, but I've been starting the hoppers over here. And this is basically what we're going with. So we're going to have 3 gunpowder, 3 bone, 3 string, 3 rotten flesh, and then a whole column for everything else. Spider eyes, sugar, you know, redstone, all of that. So I have some of the hoppers in. I had like 58 or something, and I've got a ton of iron with me thanks to the iron farm. So we'll finish those off here shortly. But I was working on the redstone up here, so let's get all the way up. Yeah, so I've got all my repeaters in for my filters. I just realized that I don't need this one though, so we'll take it out. We'll leave, yeah, that block right there, so that way we can, what we're doing here, just like we did in the iron farm, I've got white going all behind this. So if you look through the chests, you know, you're going to see the hoppers, but you'll also see just white. So we're going to go ahead and put together these item filters, but I've got one item. We forgot the comparators, of course. So what we're going to do is make a line of these all the way across here. And this is Impulse SV's item filter with overflow protection is what we're making. So basically we got a comparator. This is not mine, just to make that clear. This is Impulse's. So that's why it's an Impulse SV item filter. Comparator, and then some redstone like a so. And then we're going to bring this line all the way across. And some more redstone. You'll see there's a repeater here. So it goes down, hits the repeater, powers the block. There's a redstone torch in front of it. And that redstone torch will get unpowered, unlocking the hopper that's at the very top of the chests and letting items go in. So basically the way it works is if there are more than 45 items in the hoppers, it will provide enough signal for that to happen. So what we need to do in this particular hopper, the one that I'm comparing, it's just facing into the wall there. I'm going to go ahead and put in 4 chiseled stone bricks. I want to pick an item that isn't going to go through the filters at all, and that's a good one. And then we're going to go ahead and I'll put in 41 of these, and it won't move. And then as soon as I put in more, that will allow those to drop through. So those are now in the whatever chest is the bottom hopper. So let me show you real quick which chest it went into, so that way you can see kind of what happens. So what's in the first chain here, and it should go into this chest. There we go. So we're going to have 3 of those for gunpowder, and like I said, we're going to have 3 for each of the kind of the major items. So I'm going to need a good amount of each of them. Luckily the mob farm's been running, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to thank you. Oh, madness. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put gunpowder in these 3, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go like that, and I'm going to put in bone is next. You'll see it ticks down all the way to 45, and there'll be 2 more of those, and then we're going to go into string like a so, and then 2 more of those will go into rotten flesh, and then 2 more of those, and the last one is miscellaneous. So I'm going to put one of these on each side. I'm just going to put in my chiseled bricks real quick, and then I'll go ahead and get a whole bunch more hoppers and get this going. And then we're going to work on some lighting for our lab. So we definitely don't want to use torches, and I've got a little bit of an alternate idea. I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier, but this is also a slime chunk over here. Found that out the hard way. So I've been working on some things here, and basically wrapping it up here. I've got the item elevators in, and water streams and all that. We have the hoppers filtering out the different items, and then I've done a bit of decorating down here. So a couple of things that I need to kind of ask you about. So first off, I want your opinion on the lighting. So I've done a couple of things here. I've got some redstone lamps under here. I think I might leave these without the carpets. There's one in between the chairs over here as well. And then under here, there's glowstone and glass. I could just do glowstone only, of course. So I want to know, do you think I should leave the glass on this side or on both sides, or do you think I should put the carpet here? What do you think? I'd like to hear your opinion on that. I think I like the glass, but the glowstone texture is just really busy, so might have to go without it. Or maybe we put carpets all the way across, you know, something like that. Let me know what you think. I'd like to hear your opinion. But in the meantime, I've done a few other things. As you can see, I have redone these, and I'm much happier with them. Wasn't without loss. I didn't die, so you know, that's a good thing. But this creeper may not be the same creeper, possibly. Might be a new one. This one might be a new one too. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. But we got some new ones. Luckily, there's a mob farm sitting in front of us, so that made it just fine. I've also, you know, kind of organized, or not organized, but decorated this area like a desk, right? So I forgot to put that in there, but kind of like, you know, here's some test tube holders or something, and you know, some chemicals and a mushroom for some reason. We got somewhat of a similar design going on over here. I'm not sure what an end rod represents, but you know, looks cool. Inside of here we've got you know, some I don't know, halogen lamps or something like that are shining down. I actually put glowstone underneath those iron trapdoors below their feet as well to try to light them up. Switched to gray glass. I was thinking about doing just regular glass, but there's a lot of that in here, and this kind of looks like they're in some sort of tank now. So they do have the ability to, of course, walk around, and a little bit of wiggle room in there and all that as well. So hopefully they'll be animated and... the timing. Yeah, I like those a lot better. And, it's kind of like scientists are sitting here at this desk and they're, studying these creatures and testing their DNA or something cool like that. So I don't think I've changed any of this. That's looking the same. I put in our all of our item filters and got our item frame set up. And this has produced a little bit. Had it running for a bit. So... yeah, I think it's good. I want to say that the lighting in here is good enough now that we shouldn't spawn any mobs, I want to say. So that's a good thing. Maybe in this corner. Maybe in this corner. Nah, there is one piece of glowstone over there. I could extend this maybe and solve that, but I kind of liked where it was. So yeah, I think we've been successful. Oh, I put the roof in, by the way. Yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. Have you ever painted the ceiling in your house? Has that ever been something you've done? If it is, you know how your neck really hurts after that and your arms are tired because you have to reach up there and, work on the painting on the ceiling and stuff? It's kind of how I feel after doing that. So I want to say there's probably some dirt somewhere in the storage system now. Yeah, anyways, so yeah, this is good. I am liking what we've got going on. I don't think I'm going to light up this area here. I kind of like that it's dark, but I am going to do a couple more things. Not during this episode, but there are a couple things that I want to do. First of all, the entrance needs to be decked out a bit, so I've got a plan for that, and we'll get that going. Probably stick it in another episode when I'm doing this area up here, so that'll be fairly soon. And then at some point, I've got a couple other things I want to add to this room, but I don't have the resources to produce those things currently, so we're going to wait until I do. So it looks like I missed a block. Can you believe that? Well, I think I'll grab some dirt to pillar up on, but for now, I think that's it, guys. I've spent a lot of time making episode number 10 for you, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it quite a bit. So this is a pretty cool spot for our base, and of course it'll produce some awesome loot for us, and make it so that we can make some rockets and make a ton of bone meal and all that. So I think it's going to be really great, and it's cool. I think it looks good as this secret government lab. So, but hey, if you enjoyed the episode, go ahead and leave it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I know there's some of you out there that are watching my episodes and you're not subscribing. Do it. But in the meantime, this has been Tyssassin. I hope you enjoyed episode 10, and I will see you in the next episode.
Meanwhile, across town in this less than fashionable cubbyhole of the San Francisco Examiner, these editors are programming today's copy of the paper into that same Ohio computer.